Good morning everybody, welcome to Hunkydory Craft TV, and it is a very happy Wednesday here. We have got a live launch for you guys and it is our favourite Crafting with Hunkydory magazine. The brand new issue is in the house everyone and we can't wait to show you. Okay, but before we do that, let's get everything, all the introductions and all the T's and C's all ticked off. My team today is the absolutely fabulous, wonderful Gemma in the producer's station. Good morning, and ready to craft up our storm. With us today is the one and only Cat Hollis, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy CWH Day.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. It's our favourite magazine. We absolutely love it. Okay. One more thing to do before we show you this lovely magazine is to take you through our favourite, our Win It Weekly. Oh my goodness, these are such an amazing prize. This is our Moonstone Dies background multi-buy here that you could be winning. So exciting. These are just brilliant because they're just so universal. They go with everything. You know, you can really save up your stash and use these for the prettiest backgrounds. So we have our wonderful abstract lines. I love the way this one has been done on the packaging with all those rainbows. Perhaps be getting all your duo design pads out, mixing and matching, and a really nice, good, substantial die as well. So you're not just going to win that one though. Oh no, we're not just giving away one, we're giving away two to 4 lucky winners. We've got the pretty plaids one as well. Again, it just looks amazing on that packaging. And again, you could make this into so many things. You could make it into a lovely summer gingham picnic blanket, or maybe a cozy you know, Christmas jumper, whatever you want to do. Pretty plaid background, looks lovely, cut out of Miri or your adorable scoreable, whatever you choose. So they are worth $29.98, and we are, like I say, we have got 4 winners. And we would like to know, coinciding with Bonfire Night Weekend, very appropriately, is how long did the shortest firework display last? Is it A, 35 seconds, B, 6 seconds, or C, 11 seconds? I mean, they're all very short,
They
aren't
are very short.
I
think people might need to take note. I could do with very short fireworks displays at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know, do you like fireworks, Kat?
I do, but I'm a staunch believer that there should be organised displays only. I might be very controversial, but I think for safety reasons it would be a much better way to go.
Yeah, I think so, absolutely. Or yeah, I think they are one of those, aren't they? They can be enjoyed, but definitely safety. And obviously a lot of people with furry friends, they don't tend to be a fan, do they? But yeah, let us know what you think the shortest firework display is. Is it 35 seconds, 6 seconds, or 11 seconds? Okay, are we ready to see this beautiful magazine? And we've got a little VT to show, haven't we, Gemma? Let's have a little look at that. Oh my goodness, that just gives you a little sneaky peek of our Crafting with Hunkydory Project Magazine issue 68. You may already be lucky enough to have this already if you are, you know, get your subscription through the post, but if not, you can buy it with us today. And it is just such a bargain. I mean, the fact it's $9.99 for a start. I mean, it's worth it just for the free gifts that you're going to get in this magazine. It really is absolutely incredible. Okay, so first up, you are getting your wonderful Crafting with Hunkydory magazine here. Let's just have a little look at this. Just take some time to just fully appreciate this. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's a lovely, thick, glossy magazine. It's going to look wonderful. I keep all mine in like a little magazine holder thing.
I do too.
Just for that little time when I need a little bit of inspiration, or there's a card that we've done that we really like and want to do again. Keep them time and time again. just because you may not have the kits anymore, the layouts are really handy. You know, we often do boxes and projects that can be used with any of your kits at home that you've got lying around.
Oh, there's always templates in there as well.
There is, absolutely. Let's show those off now. Templates, full templates for you. And like I say, let's just have a little flick. So it's got some of our latest and greatest launches. We've got our pattern packs there. We've got some of our stamps and dies range. So a really nice mixture of everything. We've got a little Amarie's little column there, and some of our, like I say, launches, and what you can do with that fabulous free gift. So there's plenty in there. There's over 100 projects. We've got our little books that launched on Hobby Maker yesterday. We've got our Enchanted Moments that was incredibly popular. Few last minute festive makes as well. Mirri Madness, layering flowers, on the move, and let me see if I can find it, because this has been so heavily requested. I'm going to see if we can find it, but we have got that beautiful, here it is. Jane's handbag that she made, and we have been asked for that in so many emails. I reckon it's been at least 5 to 10 emails. How can we make that beautiful handbag? Well, if you get this home, you are going to be able to follow those instructions step by step. So that's it's not even, we've not even looked at the free gift yet. Oh my goodness. So the magazine, absolutely fantastic. It's so, you know, everyone looks forward to it. Every couple of months the magazine comes out and we all rush to see it, what's on the cover, what's inside, and it always just takes our breath away. This is the free kit that you're going to be getting. So this is called our Opulent Florals. It has been designed especially for this magazine. You know, we say this every time we launch our magazine. We really take as much care and attention and you know, love as if it was any other launch. You know, we don't just spend half a day here and there on it. We really do take that time and try and make them all a little bit different from maybe like the previous issue or the ones before, and give it its own sort of look and feel. So this one's got Opulent Florals. As you can see from sort of the first little looks of it, it's rich, it's dramatic, it's beautifully in bloom. Look at some of these toppers that you're going to be getting. So these are all ready for you, perfect to begin your crafting journey. These are all die cut for you to just press out and stick onto your cards. So we've got this one, our beautiful blooms, and look at those wellies, those spotty wellies. And not only are they spotty wellies, they are foiled spotty wellies, guys. I mean, come on. Absolutely beautiful foiling throughout on all those swirls and those spots for you. Have a beautiful day just for you and for someone special. So you can just be popping those out, layering them up, absolutely jam-packed like all of our other topper sets that we do here. And then you're going to get matching cardstock. So you're going to get a piece of foiled cardstock, again, with those beautiful spotty wellies. Look at those foiled flowers as well. And like I say, the rich colour palette in here is perfect for those, you know, those winter birthdays coming up that we've got. You know, you've got your navies, your sea greens, your dark pinks and purples there. It's just going to be so beautiful for any occasion that you've got coming up at the moment. And then you get your printed cardstock to match as well. So this one's got some beautiful corners. You can be fussy cutting those, popping them on some foam pads, tucking your toppers behind. Absolutely anything you can imagine. You can really have such fun with this kit. We've got this one as well, which is the Thoughtful Flowers. And isn't it stunning? This one has the sort of traditional sort of Cadbury kind of chocolate box purple there, and you've got the peonies and the roses, and I just love the sentiments on here. Friends are flowers that never fade. How nice is that?
So cute.
So cute. And then again, your cardstock to match there as well. So you get your foiled one. Look at that little teapot.
Isn't it beautiful?
So cute. And lovely again, those colours on there as well. And then this one as well with the borders at the side, so perfect for making your stepper cards. And look at the shine on that adorable scoreable cardstock. It is our satin finish. Like I say, it is the same quality as our normal adorable scoreable. You can make your fun folds from this. You can score, make boxes, anything you like with this. The quality is exactly the same. Love this one with the birds. Oh my goodness.
Those colours.
How well does that pink and mustard go together?
I know, it's crazy. I think you mentioned winter birthdays, but I really think this is a complete all-round year kit.
Oh, definitely. Absolutely. But if you're getting this home now, it is absolutely, it is spot on all year round, Kat. You are so right. These colours are just lovely. Like I say, you've got our little birds just coming out to play here. Those beautiful frames that you can layer up there. Tags, borders, buttons, everything you can imagine on there. And again, that foiling all over is just so beautiful. Really nice, delicate flowers throughout this collection as well. You know, they're not too heavy or too much. They're just right. Again, we've got our L-shaped border on our foiled cardstock. Perfect for fussy cutting. It really was so much fun to fussy cut this, and again featuring those beautiful kind of mustard tones in there. Love the foiling on that one. And then finally this one, our printed cardstock with that really nice kind of deep fuchsia pink there. Again, that one's just your plain cardstock, but you could see that working so well. Perfect for home decor as well. Definitely seeing a lot of this around in the homeware stores, so you can be utilising that, popping some of these toppers and cardstocks in some frames, or making sort of hanging decorations with some ribbon. You get this one as well with your beautiful love letter there with all those flowers just bursting out. It's going to cheer anybody up, sent with love, especially for you. And then we've just got just a note just to say. So perfect for those just because cards as well, where you don't really need a reason to send them. You just want to say, hello, I'm thinking about you. Let's have a little catch up. Beautiful two. I love that there's two borders on here, so you can use either or. You get the beautiful scallops, and then you get the lovely one as well with the envelope that again you can be fussy cutting, folding this back and just fussy cutting half and popping that out. You know, so many possibilities for this card kit. And then this one as well with that lovely rich burgundy there, and those floral borders, so you can again chop those off, pop them behind to make your own border strips with this kit. We're still going. We're still on our free gift. This is going to be, you don't need to buy this. It's going to be included with your magazine. And like I say, we're still going. Next up is our double-sided papers. Oh my goodness. We absolutely love these. We now do them with pretty much every magazine. I think at least the last sort of 4 or 5 issues have had double-sided papers. And that is just because it makes your card making go so much further.
It really does extend it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, there's 4 sheets of double-sided papers. You could make an extra 8 cards out of this.
At least.
Yeah. Absolutely. You know, save all your scraps as well to be making those stripy backgrounds and everything like that. So on one side you get the gorgeous all over ditzy blooms, the opulent florals, what this collection is named after, with, like I say, those peonies, those roses, those dark leaves. And then on the other side you've got a bit more of a subdued pattern, and we've got that lovely leafy ditzy kind of leaf print there on that beautiful sort of mossy forest green there. Got something a little bit more brighter and a little bit more bolder with those sort of roses and more dahlias in there. There's that pop of orangey mustard there as well on that one. And then the other side is your navy, again in a very similar sort of damask floral pattern on that one. Again, you can just see the shine on these. They're so lovely. We've got this one as well with those beautiful sort of Cadbury chocolate box colours there, and that punchy pink with that lime green leaves as well. And then the other side is that lovely hot pink that we saw. Again, throughout the collection, you're going to be picking up these colours and mixing and matching them with your toppers and with your cardstocks. And then finally, we've got this one with those reds, those greens, a little bit different from some of the more sort of feminine colours, but I just love the way they work together as well. A little bit more richer and a little bit more dramatic. And then finally, that lovely kind of burnt orangey red. It's almost terracotta, isn't it? Absolutely stunning. And you're going to get one more free gift as well with this magazine. And this is this really handy opulent florals die.
Look at the size of it.
Quite substantial for a free gift die, isn't it?
Amazing.
You know, just to scale, that's my hand. With love and best wishes, beautiful typography. You can chop that up, so if you just want best wishes or with love, super, super easy to do that. And the most handy sentiment. That is going to come in use time and time and time again. We all make cards that just need with love and best wishes. So this is perfect for, like I say, birthdays, just sending a smile, or any other occasion you want. Congratulations, maybe it's an anniversary. It really will come in handy. So if that has not convinced you to get the magazine for £9.99, just look at this incredible pack shot. That is everything you're going to be getting with that magazine. You can see your die, you can see your magazine there with 100+ projects in there for you, and your die and double-sided papers at the bottom. Kat, are you ready to treat us to a demo?
I really, really am.
Fabulous!
Yeah. So, I have picked out the Thoughtful Flowers.
Oh.
And I'm doing a really, really simple 6-inch card.
Perfect.
With a little Cat Hollis twist.
Awesome.
So we're going to use this big circle topper here. We are going to use the matching background card, and I have got one of the beautiful double-sided papers here. So I've cut myself a basic 6x6 inch mat for my card blank, and then I'm going to go in and I'm going to cut this down to 3 notches under the 6 in both directions. And then I'm going to take my cardstock and I'm going to keep this decorative panel here because I'm going to be die cutting into it. So I don't want to take this away. We can use this for another card. But I'm going to come another 3 notches under the 6 in both directions here. And we're going to layer all these up. Why do I feel like I've cut that really, really short? No, I've not. It's just the way they were all lying on my thing then. Just a little optical illusion. So I'm going to start by sticking this down onto here. And because it's paper, I'm going to use a little bit of tape. But I'm not going to put my top layer on because I want this for underneath, because I'm going to be die cutting into it. And it's hard to explain without giving the game away about what I'm doing. But there are times that you are going to be seeing what's going on in the background. So I want something really pretty and beautiful in there.
Okay.
And this paper shows that off beautifully.
Good morning to everybody joining us. Good morning to everyone on YouTube. Good morning, Pammy. Good morning, Anastasia. Good morning, Julie. Good morning, Bet. Good morning, Anne. Good morning, Lorraine. Good morning, Susan. Good morning, Andrea.
Lots of people.
Lots of people. Good morning, Margaret, who usually watches us on Facebook, but it isn't working. Well, I hope you're having a little bit of joy with us on YouTube this morning.
So I've taken one of my nesting circle dies and I've just been through and I've found one that's just slightly bigger than this inner circle here, I hope.
Okay.
I'm looking at it now thinking, I hope I've picked up the right one, but we'll see. So I'm just popping that on the card. As you can see, it's centrally in the middle and just a little bit further towards the top because I want a little bit room to play with later on. Just pop this through my die cutting machine. This should be easy peasy. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, that's nice. And because you get all those pattern papers, this is how you can extend your kit, isn't it?
Yeah,
you know, you
100%.
can die cut into this cardstock.
Take that off there, pop my plates out the way, carefully take my tape off.
And good morning to everybody on Facebook as well. Good morning, Catherine, who watches us on YouTube and Facebook. A couple of you saying Facebook is behaving, which is good news. Good morning, Jackie Bradley, who's been with Hunkydory subscription for over 10 years. Oh my goodness, that just makes us smile so
Get a
so
badge
much.
or something.
I know, we should do. And Richard said, you know, over the last year, you know, we've cancelled a few subscriptions here and there. I think we all have, haven't we?
Yes.
But Hunkydory Magazine subscription is staying. The gifts, the diamond membership make it the best value on the market. And then she's put, in my opinion, anyway. In my opinion too, Anne.
Yeah, we agree.
Few questions about shipping to the US as well. I know this one does come up as one of our frequently asked questions when we do the magazine. We do ship out our Crafting with Hunkydory magazine to the US and abroad. We just don't do a subscription service. It is all taken care by, you know, that's all taken care by like our postal service here. And it just doesn't kind of work the subscription. It is available to UK only, but if you still want the magazine, you can certainly have it. We do ship it out worldwide, and it contains all the same gifts and the same quality of the magazine, so you can add that onto your international orders, guys.
So I've just popped my large frame out, and as you can see, I was just having a quick trim round to get a couple of the pips, and I'm going in with construction glue that is not wanting to play. And I did check it out before the show, didn't I? You saw me doing a run test with it.
I did.
But this time it's not wanting to come out the nozzle. Oh, there's just another really prominent pip there I'm going to have to go in and get.
Just a little pip.
Yeah. Because especially for this, we want a really, really nice smooth edge. So we're just going to line that up there. And I don't think I can go much further now, but I'm kind of going to make this like a penny slider card. So I'm going to use my frame as my topper as the gap in a frame to use as this.
Oh, this is so exciting.
So let's take away this middle frame, and you can certainly save this and use it for something else. It'll match with so many other things on your card. Just got to make sure I stick things down in the right order.
There's so many different things you could do. Yeah, definitely in the right order. But there's so many things that you could do with this shape cat. You know, you could obviously just do all your sort of layers and foam pads and get all your dimension. You could make a shaker. You could make a spinner. You know, just die cutting that circle out just gives you so many different options.
It does, yeah. Like I said, you can make this card without the penny element. Just stick your topper back in, and you've still got that beautiful effect. It's just me just being a little bit extra, and because we've got those other beautiful, like smaller circular toppers on there, I thought we could have a play around and really make this fun. So I've gone in with some of our 5mm foam roll.
Ooh.
Just so we've got that little bit of extra depth.
Yeah.
So everything's going to move nice and neatly with the mechanism. I say mechanism, it's 2 pennies, it's hardly rocket science.
Oh, do you know though, it's basic engineering. Let's go with that. We're engineers.
Sounds like it should come with a pay rise, that one, Becca.
Well, do you know what, I'm trying. If you do want our foam roll, like I say, that gives you the real nice height like what Cat is using. That is available on our website. I'm sure the team will pop that in the comments. Or if you just want the 2mm foam pads, you can obviously layer those up as well. But the foam roll is such a great tool.
So I've popped that on there, and we've got and as you saw when I was putting that on, I've not gone too close to the back because I don't want to.
Oh, you need room for your penny.
Room for my penny to move around. So I am now just going to put these on here, and I'm just going to put a strip of foam pad down the middle of one. So it's not going to be, it's no thicker than the gap than we've got in the between my topper and my frame. And I can pop that other one on there, and that'll just slide, and that is going to work to move round all the way when we come to do this.
Oh, how exciting.
And then I'm hoping if I set this on right, I'll be able to slide this in. Yeah, in fact we'll put it down flat, and then it'll be easier than trying to get it to sit either side, getting stuck. Remind me when you're next showing our wonderful things on the show today to get my needle in here and give this construction glue a good clean out. So we can pop that on there. No, I am going to need to put it on foam pads to trap it in, aren't I? My brain's not working.
This is fine. This is absolutely fine. We can put this on some foam pads. Genuinely loving the comments today as well, guys. We've got Michelle Morgan says, morning everyone. Well, another great magazine to add to my collection. We've got Julie Barlow says, has been collecting the magazines since they came out. Sharon Ball, got my subscription now, looking forward to enjoying all the inspiration. And that's it as well, like, even though, like, I work on the magazine and do some of the projects for them, but I love to have a read of it myself and see what all you guys have been up to, because we don't always have, like, time to share ideas, or we're not in the office at the same time, and I'm like, oh, when did you make that?
Right, exactly. So I've just gone in with the normal foam pads there, and if you slide your topper in and carefully place it in, it will sit down, and as you can see, we've now got that penny mechanism that moves all the way round.
Perfect.
But we want to cover that out. We want to put something pretty on, don't we? So shall we go with one of our sentiments, or should we go with one of like our pretty butterflies?
I was going to say, I kind of like the little button.
Should we do the little butterfly?
Because it looked like it's flying round.
Yeah, should we do that?
Oh, that's so cute, Cat.
So we'll take another little bit of foam pad. You can just glue this on, or a glue dot would work absolutely beautifully as well, just to give it a little bit more height. Let's pop this on here, and then we can...
I quite like adding it on with a foam pad, you know, because again, it just
gives it that extra little bit of height, doesn't it?
Definitely, and it just helps it to like move more freely and everything. Yeah, absolutely love.
And I think we're going to have to go with that beautiful, I keep losing my scissors, with that beautiful sentiment that Bex picked out before. And we have got a gorgeous ribbon strip here as well. So I think I'm going to add that to the bottom, just to add in a little bit more detail, because why not?
Oh, this card's looking so good already, Kat.
Well, it's simple but effective. You're adding just that extra little bit of detail.
Yeah, definitely.
So I know this is 6 notches under my inner part, so I can cut this exactly the same width across. And we'll go in with a bit of tape. But it's just about adding a bit of fun in sometimes, isn't it? That you can do your smaller, simpler cards, but just adding that little twist.
I was just thinking that, and like I say, if you want it, there's a really easy way to, you know, you just don't add the penny slider in.
Yeah.
If you want to simple it down, you can use the same layout, and just, you know, how good would that butterfly look just on the side with a foam pad? It'd look absolutely fine.
It would look gorgeous.
It all depends on time and your sort of level of ability and what you want to do with your card kit when you get it home. But definitely try this one at home, guys. It is so much fun.
So we're going to pop this on this bottom corner here, and this will just stop it going, so it won't go the full way around. But I love that the butterfly kind of twists and turns as well as you go around. So we're just going to add this onto our card base. Oh, do you know, I need like magnet hands.
I know, honestly,
everything to me.
I couldn't put any, yesterday I was exactly the same, Cat. I couldn't put anything down without losing it.
Come on, construction glue.
If you guys are the same at home, like when you're crafting, you're like, I've just had that die, tool, pen, anything, let us know, because I am terrible.
Things just go for a walk. They really do.
And I'm like, well, it can't be so far. I haven't gone anywhere.
So we'll pop that on there. Have I any sneaky gems?
Oh, do you want some? I've got some down.
Have you got some?
Have we got some?
I've got a couple of gold ones here.
Awesome.
I'll make these work. I'll always make my gold gems work.
Oh yeah, they're absolutely classic.
So I'm just going to put 3 in this corner to balance out that big sentiment at the bottom there.
Yeah, 100%. And if you're making this at home and you do want that butterfly to twizz all the way around, you can just put a smaller sentiment on there, or perhaps like pop a sentiment in maybe the middle of that image on another foam pad. You know, there's so many things that you can do, but it looks lovely.
It is.
So nice.
So that's it there. And the beauty of a card like this is that it's going to be one of those, people are not going to be able to stop playing with it. It's so much fun. It just plays around. It's so cool. And you've made that, and you've made a card with a little twist and a little bit of a difference, but you've still got all this left from your top sheet.
Oh my goodness, yeah,
you've got another two cards there as well.
Yeah,
easy.
Absolutely, yeah. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Kat.
You're welcome.
Okay, are you ready to see some more? We're firstly going to go in with our inserts. Now, these don't come with your magazine, but we do have a free download on these. Like I say, we now put pattern papers in most of our magazines as opposed to inserts, and then you can download these yourself. So head over to the hub and you can be having perfectly matched inserts for our cards. We just printed, well, our lovely Alan on the design team printed these off this morning, and look how well they turned out with some Hunkydory at home insert paper. They printed beautifully, and they are so worth downloading and popping through your printer because they're just going to finish your cards off in complete style. And like I said, these are a completely free download. If you just want to head over to the hub, I mean, look at that one with the wellies. Beautiful, soft, muted versions like all our other inserts. And again, the same level of detail as our normal inserts that you would pay for on there, but completely free on our Hunkydory hub. So if you want some inserts, grab those from the hub and print them out. Do we want to see some cards?
Yes, please.
The answer is yes. Okay, so we've got some more makes for you. Some of these will be in the magazine, so with full step-by-steps. We've got this lovely one as well, really making the most of that envelope imagery on the cardstock and the two toppers there. We've got a fabulous reverse easel here, if I can just stop that in place there. Oh, love, love, love that. Absolutely stunning. Again, it uses that same topper set that Kat used, but in a completely different way. We've got this one from our lovely front cover with the stepper there. So if you want to make this is in the magazine, guys. It is our front cover card. We've got a lovely half panel card there as well with that gorgeous, beautiful pink. It's a really good way of how to get both of those sides in, because you can use a panel on here and a panel on there. And really trim that down. We've got another one utilising all our frames. Oh, I think this is another jazzy card. Oh, little easel there as well. Absolutely so much you can do with that. You can just layer it with some of your punches or your dies, for example, to make a card like this. There's just two toppers on here. Just two.
Yeah.
Just this butterfly image and our sentiment on there. Absolutely. Everything else is just sort of core essentials and bits and pieces as well. And we've got two more as well, but they come with our fabulous upsells that we've got to show you. But first of all, like I say, we have had so many questions about this, and if you want this magazine coming to you every 2 months for every single issue, our Crafting with Hunkydory magazine, we do this for our UK members on a subscription. Not only are you going to get your 6 issues, so all year round, Crafting with Hunkydory magazine, you're going to be getting your free diamond membership as well. Isn't that incredible? So issue 69, which is coming out in January 23, to issue 74, which is November 2023. So we're in November 22 now, so that's going to cover you for a whole year. You save 20% on the cover price with this subscription. Each issue includes at least 15, I mean, you saw the incredible free gifts that we're giving away with this. You get the magazine delivered before the general release, usually, give or take the postal service, but many of you are saying you've had it already and had it over the weekend. It also comes with, I mean, oh my goodness, if this couldn't pay for itself anymore, it comes with free diamond membership, guys, which includes your watercolour garden luxury card making kit, your 10% year-round discount, priority dispatch, double reward points, and even more diamond deals. So if you usually get the magazine anyway, really consider a subscription for one, the 20% off that you're going to save, two, the fact that you don't have to remember to add it.
Yeah.
And thirdly, your free diamond membership. There just could not be any more reasons why you should subscribe.
If there is, going back to general subscriptions like we were on about earlier, if there is a subscription out there for less than £50 a year that gives you more than what we're offering here, I would be very, very much surprised.
The value, really, I don't understand how we can get that much value in that magazine subscription kit. Okay, let's show you a couple more of the upsells that you might be wanting to get home with you. Okay, are we ready? The first one is for our stamp lovers, and it is this beautiful A5 stamp set. I watched Anne-Marie watercolour this image yesterday and it just took my breath away on Hobby Maker. It's so nice. Like I say, you get some chunky ones, some smaller ones for backgrounds, 3 different sentiments. You've got just a note, thinking of you and have a wonderful birthday. 2 different of our lovely feathered birdie friends there, florals, butterflies. Let me turn it over and you can see those imageries with a little bit of digital colouring on them. Aren't they beautiful? Just to give you a little bit of inspiration. But like I say, you can be making your backgrounds, you can make your own toppers, you can make your own sentiments. Oh my goodness, what a versatile stamp set this is. 15 stamps in total, and it's only £10. £9.50 if you're in the club, or just £9 for diamond membership. Again, just another reason why you should join and subscribe if you are in the UK. What else have we got? We have got For the Love of Masks as well. I love that we do these. We've done quite a few masks recently, and this one is just so good. This is our Blooming Branches, so it's one 6x6 inch mask, makes backgrounds, borders. You can heat emboss this, you can colour it in like a stencil. So many options you can get. If you've got our new ink pads, you can be trying out some of those techniques in the handbook by masking areas off and doing some really fun techniques with that. And again, an absolute little bargain add-on, £4.50, and then your discounts there underneath that as well. So an absolute really good little extras have in your stash, because again, this will go with so many different things. I mean, we do loads of floral and leaf collections. We do. It will go with everything. You can turn that into Christmas, you can turn it into spring. There's so much you can do with it. Absolutely. Autumn, you can be, like I say, get some metallic embossing powder out. Definitely worth having. And there are projects in the magazine that use this as well if you want some further inspiration, or perhaps you've never used a mask before. Aren't they easy? Yes. So easy. You can just start off with some ink pads and some sponges, and then work your way up to some more advanced techniques with these. Okay, what else have we got? Oh, we've got our adorable scoreable. Oh my goodness. 30 sheets of adorable scoreable in 10 different colours, 3 of each. Again, you will see projects in the magazine that use this, and oh my goodness, how well does it go? I mean, just look at this card, for example, which really shows off that adorable scoreable. You've got that the same green punching in there as well, popping in there, sorry, as well. The pink, the cream, absolutely everything. Again, it's going to make your stash go further if you want to do smaller mats and layers with your papers and your card stocks. You know, for example, you can use this, oh my goodness, you could use this as your card bases and just put your toppers straight onto there. We've got, my favourite colour, that hot magenta, our rainstorm as well. There's that pale pink as well that we saw on that other card model. So you've got some really nice sort of pastels in there, and some sort of moody, rich, dramatic colours as well, which are featured throughout the collection. I love that it's not too pastel, but it's not too jewel toned either. No. It really is the perfect mix. So like Kat said, it is so good for all year round crafting. We've got a little bit of our peachy keen there, our soft ivory, and our pink wafer there as well, all chosen by our design team to go with this collection. And again, you can make your card bases, your funky folds, and everything you need to do with your cardstock you can do with this, because it is the finest quality. Last thing I'm going to show you before we head over to our lovely cat is our MDF shapes. I love it when we do these.
I know.
Oh my goodness. So these are going to contain 50 MDF laser cut bow shapes. A cute and quirky addition to your makes, and they really, really are. Couldn't agree more. So these are a really nice and substantial, you know, nice and weighty, and they're going to look so, so good on your cards. And you can do anything to these. You can bling them up with your gemstones, you can heat emboss them, colour them with your markers, leave them brown for a really nice sort of wooden kind of rustic look as well. And you get a few different sizes. Let me just grab some of the others that you're going to get in here, because you get some really nice kind of chunky ones as well. I mean, just look how well these are going to go together. And perhaps you just want to pop one on the end of your bouquets, or just use them as like table decorations for like birthdays or weddings. They're so, so handy. $9.99 for a bag of our 50 laser cut MDF shapes. They are so nice, and like I say, so universal as well, bows. You can be using them on your gift tags at Christmas.
Yeah.
How snazzy are they going to look? Okay. Before we head back over to Cat, shall we repeat that Win It Weekly question as well for those beautiful dies? How long did the shortest firework display last? Is it A, 35 seconds, B, 6 seconds, or C, 11 seconds? Keep getting your answers in, guys. We announce the winners on Friday. Cat, you ready for your next mate?
I am.
Fabulous.
So for this one, we are going to use that beautiful big stamp, obviously, and we're going to incorporate a little bit of our adorable scoreable, because we do get lots of questions asking if you can stamp onto other materials than your normal cardstock. This is a version of a card that I did for the magazine, but I'm doing it in a completely different colourway. So you'll be able to see how you can make it look by using different elements of your kit. Everything that I've used both in the magazine and now are all from the kit, but just using those different colours. So I am going to be making a finished card size of 8x8, but I'm going to layer it up and I want to leave some white space. So for this bit here, I'm going to go in and I'm going to cut this to 3 notches under 6 again in a square, and hopefully that should be big enough for my stamp to fit on. I'm going to transfer this on to my stamping press, because this is quite a substantial size stamp, the main element on here. And I always like to go in and line it up with the 1-inch mark here, and then if there's ever any movement anyway, I know exactly where to put it back.
Oh, that's a really handy tip.
Open this up. I mean, just look at the size of that.
I know.
And I'm going to place this just over to the right hand side of the card. Line that up there. I'm going to pick this up now. But before I go any further, because this is a coated surface, I'm going to go over especially carefully with my anti-static bag to make sure we don't get anything where we don't want it.
Yeah, especially on your adorable scoreable as well.
Yeah. I am just going to take an extra little bit of tape to secure this down, because I could feel my stamp is extra sticky. So just go in at the top here. And this time we are going to take our Versamark, which is our clear embossing ink, which is super sticky, will really help our gold embossing powders stick to the image. And this is a very detailed image, as you can see, so we want to make sure that we're getting plenty all over.
Yeah, definitely. Nice good
here.
Coverage.
I like to dab it all around and then go in and give it a press. Make sure I'm getting everything.
Absolutely. Just going to answer a question that we've got of Nicola Davis. Can subscription start at 68? Because this one's already launched, we move on to the next one. So if you want 68 and you're not a subscriber, you would have to subscribe to 69 to 74. We do always go one ahead, and that just ensures that you get it first and everything else. We send them all out at the same time automatically. So hopefully that answers your question.
And then I like to go over with, usually when I'm at my desk at home, I'll be honest, it's usually like my cup of tea or something. But while I've got this here, something really heavy, just to make sure that's really nice and pressed down. And carefully pull that up. And have a look, and I think you can just see, you probably can't pick it up on camera.
I can sort of see the edge of your envelope at the bottom that's a little bit...
it's picking up because I'd had a black ink on before and I've obviously not cleaned it as well as I should have. It's just picking up that little darker image. But that's not a bad thing because it helps me see that I've got the ink where I want it.
Absolutely.
And then, oh... Can we just turn the aircon down, please?
Oh,
Gemma? Yeah. Right, there we go. That's a bit easier. That could have been
really
fun.
Funny. Yeah, we don't often think about these things, do we? But yeah, the aircon and embossing powder is not really a great combo.
No, they're not the best of friends, are they? So make sure everything's covered. And tap that off. Now I have just got a little bit of excess there where my masking tape was, but I can go in and just use a little brush or something. I'm sure I've got something in my bag of tricks here that will help me get that off.
Oh, I'm so excited for this.
It's just another fab way of doing it. So I always have like an old paintbrush or something just so I can go in and swipe that away. And because it does come off really easily, because there isn't actually any like ink or anything there, it's just stuck to the stickiness of the where the tape was. You can just brush it away. There we go.
Wonderful.
And before I do that, while I've got all my stuff out, I'm going to do my sentiment as well. So I'm pretty sure somewhere I got myself a little bit of card. And we are going to take, what shall we have? Have a wonderful birthday, thinking of you, or just to say?
I think they're all lovely sentiments, aren't they?
Go on, I'll let you pick.
Let's go with have a wonderful birthday.
Have a wonderful birthday. There we go. So I'll get my little stamping block this time. Line that up with the line on there. Over with the static bag, and exactly the same process again. Ink this up with your first mark, and this time, and I am just going to bring it away a little bit from the edge here, just because there is going to be white space on my card and I want to kind of echo that on my sentiment as well.
Okay, yeah.
So when we cut it out, we'll be able to see that later. I'm bringing back in my tap that off. Oops, I think I maybe gone a little bit vigorous with my tapping there.
Oh, I know, I can sometimes do that. Like lose the last half of my sentiment through like flicking my cardstock.
It's getting that right balance, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So now we can go in with our gun.
Do you know we've started something as well? I'll let you emboss this first.
I'm not holding this too close, just while it gets itself warmed up. And once it's started to go like it has now,
oh yeah,
you can just see how beautiful this gold sits on this.
Especially with that pink as well.
Just working your way around, making sure that you're getting every little bit. And it's actually quite a subtle effect that it gives, but so special at the same time.
Yeah, it really is.
Right, I think we've got everything on that one, so we'll just go to our sentiment. All done.
Amazing. We've started, what I was going to say before you turn the heat gun on, was we've started something with the paintbrush / makeup brush. Michelle Nauman says, you've been stealing your kids' paintbrushes again, Kat.
Yes.
Janie,
no, to be fair, I bought this one for myself.
Janie Dunk says, my son is an artist. He was throwing out his paintbrushes, so I liberated them. That's very noble of you, Janie. I love that. Don't throw them away. Jackie Bradley says, great minds think alike. I have a paintbrush too, and woe betide anyone who touches it. I know I have one, especially for heat embossing as well. And Pamela Greenidge says, which ink pad are you using? I am new to all this. Thank you. This is our Versamark, so it's a clear ink pad. So it will be perfect for all of your heat embossing that you need to do. So hopefully that helps.
So I have gone in with this dark, is it the Orchid? Do we call this
yes,
one?
Yes, this is Orchid, the purpley one. Yeah.
Of the Adorable Scoreable, and I'm going to use this to matte and lay it up before we place it onto another shade of that beautiful double-sided papers, just to really make it pop.
Oh, I think that'll look lovely, Kat.
So we'll pop this one on here. I did have a little play with my construction glue while we're on the break, so it is running a little bit nicer for me now.
Oh, wonderful.
Chucking things on the floor.
I was going to say, is this
driving Rebecca mad. No, I think that's the one I was just using for my embossing. So because you've heat embossed this card, it might just go a little bit wibbly. So once you've got your glue on the back and you're sticking it down to your mat and layer, just make sure you're looking around to see if anything's bobbling up anywhere that you don't like it, and just go back and give it an extra press down. You'll be able to spend a little bit more time though on this than I will, but it will completely flatten out again. It's just having the patience to let it do so. Also, if you bring it in and squidge it up that way, that really helps it go down there as well.
Yeah, that's it, exactly. Sometimes with heat embossing, your cardstock does curl a little bit, and that's not because it's bad quality. Obviously, this is 350 GSM. It's just naturally when you're putting that level of heat close to something, it will just want to very gently, not too much, but it does curve a little bit. So when you're matting and layering, you tend to find that, don't you? That you just need to just let it get back into shape a little bit.
Let it do its thing.
Yeah. Oh, I love this pattern. Are we going with this pattern?
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah. So, because I think it works really well with all the other colours, so I've done another matte and layer to 7 inches and 3 notches under here. And hopefully when I pop this on here, I've left enough of a border that you really get that beautiful payoff underneath.
Suzette Harrison Reader on Facebook has said, can you tell me what the code for Ink Me card and water card is, please? We do, it depends how many sheets you want and what size it is, but I'm sure our team can very kindly pop a link in there for you, depending on what you're looking for. But we have loads of Ink Me card stock available, which is just, again, another perfect surface for stamping on as well.
So place this up, as I always do, in the top right and the top and bottom left, so I know I've got that equal distance all the way around, and then I can just lay it across and like that. And I'm going to keep this quite flat because I am going to have that sentiment going across the top, so I'm not going to layer it up on foam pads, just to make life a little bit easier for myself. And we'll pop that on there. And you could just stick that on a 7x7 card, but with cards like this, I love that white space. I think it brings everything else to alive so much. So I'm going to pop this on here now. And like I said, there's also full instructions to make a card like this in the magazine.
Absolutely, there certainly is. I think you used the sort of greeny turquoise cardstock for that one.
Yeah. So we'll pop that on there in the centre. And then I've got my sentiment, which I know is going to come across here. And this time I'm just going to use it with the, ooh, that's going on a little walk. So I'm going to mark on here where I want this to go for my mat and layer, just to tie in a little bit more of that paper. Because I've just cut this to size, what I thought looked right. I've not got precise measurements, so this is an easier way to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't have to measure it. You can just sort of do these little mats and layers by eye.
And this is the beauty of our trimmer, that if you make any marks, you can line it perfectly up in the trimming guide and it will cut to exactly the right size for you. This one I think we'll go in with the foam pads just to add it that extra. So this is a card I reckon that you could make the same card in 4 different ways using the colour of papers that we've got for the backgrounds and stuff.
Yeah, definitely, and those adorable scoreable colours.
100%. Just line that up there. So we're just going to go, make sure everything's straight-ish. Pop that in that top corner, and then you could go in with your gems if you wanted to, but I want to keep it really, well, as clean and simple as you can.
Oh, I love that
just get that beautiful embossed detail onto your cardstock there, bringing all those colours together.
Wonderful. And so, you know, no need for colouring either.
No, because some people, if they're not the most confident with colouring, a big stamp like that could be really, really daunting. But you can use it with colour by stamping onto a coloured cardstock and still get that glorious effect.
Absolutely, absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much, Kat. We've got one more demo to squeeze in as well, but we are going to recap a couple of bits and pieces before we end our show. We still have our fabulous Dynamite deals and Spookily Good Offers promotion on as well, so we're just going to run through a few of those. On our Spookily Good Offers, you know, there's been so many sellouts. This is one that we have left. We've got our Wise and Beautiful die collections with those stunning owls and the matching paper pad as well. The saving on this is over 60%.
Wow.
So perfect if you haven't got these or you're just starting a die collection, $24.99. We also have our cut a card. Oh my goodness, again, this is an incredible price. £5 each for a die like that. Can you imagine? You get 3 die sets in this set for £14.99. We still have our Mirror Card Essentials Ice Baby left at over 40% as well at £5.99. Our Harlequin Brights one did sell out in an absolute flash, so if you want this one, pop it into your baskets. Again, some of those would go lovely with our magazine collection as well. We've got our foiled card Megabyte. I don't actually know, this was out of stock yesterday. Gemma, have we still got this one in? It was back in. Oh, it might have been back in. We're just going to double check that for you, see if that is still available, because it is the most incredible one. It is back in stock, guys. We have found some more for you. A 50 sheet pack of our luxury foiled card. Like I say, it did sell out, so grab that too. What else have we got? Our Confetti Burst, $4.99, absolute bargain, saving over 30%. And then finally, our massive 100 sheet mixed mega buy of Adorable Scoreable for $14.99. A real variety pack there for you to do your crafting with. Okay, and a couple of latecomers as well. We totally forgive you. We're all so busy at the moment. We are going to show you that magazine very quickly, just whilst Kat gets ready for her third and final demo. So issue 68 has officially launched today for £9.99. However, if you want to get this, having never to miss an issue all year long, and you are in the UK, we do have this on a fabulous subscription basis as well, which is £47.95. Every issue of the magazine for a whole year, and your free diamond membership with all of those benefits. So first up in this magazine kit, you're going to get this wonderful magazine full of projects to inspire you. Lovely glossy magazine that you can come to time and time again. You're going to get your wonderful With Love and Best Wishes die. Super substantial and so handy. Really universal little die there for you. And you're going to get your topper collection. Like I say, we'll have a very quick recap of this for you if you're just joining us. With the Most Beautiful Opulent Florals is the name of this collection, and you can really see why. You've got stunning, lovely, dramatic blooms interspersed with some of the most fabulous wellies, teapots, flower pots, everything you could imagine. You get cardstock to match as well, foiled and printed. So just going to quickly run through some of those for, well, all of those for you. Again, we've got our next topper set. If friends are flowers that never fade. Happy birthday. You get some cute little tags there and button toppers. This was the one that Kat did her penny slider with earlier in the show. And that gorgeous foiled cardstock. Oh my goodness, it really is stunning. And your printed cardstock there. Next, we have our lovely feathered friends in the really contemporary mustard and hot pink fuchsia combination there. And again, your cardstock to match perfectly. Love that foiled bird there. Perfect for fussy cutting, making your steppers and your card bases, or just trimming in to making your mats and layers. You know, perhaps you are into simple card making, perhaps you're into advanced card making. It really does cover absolutely everybody, and you just can't go wrong with this for any occasion. It really is perfect. That's that envelope as well. We saw Kat use the stamped version of this, which is just the perfect partner, isn't it? It matches so well. And then finally, your last piece of cardstock. Furthermore, with this magazine, we're not just stopping there. We have got double-sided papers as well in that lovely satin finish for you. £9.99 for the magazine with all of its free gifts. Some beautiful patterns with those lovely, more sort of subdued ditzy patterns on the reverse, letting that colour really do the talking. Those opulent, almost sort of jewel-toned colours do all of the talking for you. I mean, look at that navy. And then finally this one as well with those edge-to-edge blooms and our final sort of leafy green pattern on there. So that is that. If you missed it, you need to put that into your basket. Hunkydorycrafts.co.uk, and you could be having this just in the perfect time to craft with, make all of your cards for the coming occasions that you've got. A couple more card mates to show you with our upsells. Forgot to include these earlier when we were going through. I mean, how clean and simple is that? With those MDF bows and that die, a tiny bit of pattern paper, you can be making cards like that with absolute ease. And then we've got another one which includes our stamp and mass. If you do like a little bit of colouring, this has been used with ink pads and the rest with watercolour pencils. So really mixing and matching your medias there. Kat, are you ready for your third and final demo?
I am. But I
I'm
need
so excited.
a topper set from you, please.
You do. Which one would you like? Do you want to have a look?
The birdie one, please.
Oh, the sort of pink one.
And then the like mustard.
Yep.
Foiled card, please.
Yes. Right. Okie dokie.
Is it hiding?
It's hiding. There you go.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So we are going to make a stepper card. And I'm going a little bit funky because I'm matching this this colour with this. I just really want to pick out the blue, like this tone of the bird here. So it might not be everybody's first choice, but I just wanted to change it up a little bit. So I'm going to start with here, and we're going to use our adorable Scoreable for making our stepper base, because it is absolutely the perfect weight for doing this. So we are going to take our cardstock and we are just going to take it down to 28 centimetres. You know me, I'm a girl that loves to work in my inches, but steppers just tend to go easier
in your metric
into centimetres. So this is that way, and if you keep it this way, it should be bang on 21 centimetres, near enough. So we'll keep our trimmer to hand, because we're going to come back and need that in a bit. Now, this is what I always get wrong with my stepper cards, so I'm going to talk myself through it as well as talking you. I want this to be a side stepper, and I want it to be on this side, my main like element.
Yeah.
So when I flip it over, I need to mark it from this side. Yeah. It's like back to front.
Yeah.
We have fell foul of that before, because you think, all right, I'm working on this side. You mark it out on this side, and then when you flip it over, your stepper bit is here.
The time.
So
all the time.
Just make sure you give yourself a little talking to before you do that. So I'm going to make this quite a heavy piece on this side, and we're going to take this. Are
you not marking on the left?
No, because I want it on that side.
Oh, okay, yeah, sorry, yeah.
Yeah. When I turn it over. So I want, it's going to be quite a chunky base panel and then quite small steps at the side. So I want this bit to be 14 centimetres. So I'm just going to mark this in two places so I can, when I line them up, I can make sure I've got a nice straight line. So there we go. And then on here, on this bit, because this is where my steps are going to be, I'm going to mark it 7. In fact, I'll take it up to the line, it makes it a bit easier. 7, 14, 18, because that's 4 centimetres, 22, another 4 centimetres, 25, and then you get 2 lot of 3 centimetres here. And then I can pop this onto my scoreboard. Make sure you're on the centimetre side. Oh, got free ribbon.
Oh, a little bit of free ribbon. How
nice. A little
nice.
bit of free ribbon. And then we'll start with the 14 centimetre, because this is the one that's going to be the crease in our card. So we go all the way down. And then all the others, we're just going to score up until this line here. So we're going to score at 3, 6, 10. And this is something, once you're used to making steppers, you'll just be able to stick it straight on your board and know where your score lines go. But if you're new to it, you might still just want to mark it out just so you've got that.
Absolutely.
That guide.
Sometimes it just gives you a little bit of confidence when you're first doing these as well. Or even if you're a dab hand at these, sometimes it really just is nice. Especially if you're making them just on one side, or you know, you want your panel to be a particular size. It just is so handy.
So again, I'm going to line this up to the 14 centimetres, and then I am I'm making sure my blade's in the middle, because I'm just cutting between my 3 centimetre score line and my 21 centimetre score line, and you've got these ridges on the edge, so you know when you've met it absolutely perfectly. And bring it down to the bottom, and then we should, it's on the right side and everything.
How exciting! So
if you fold it in half, and then do your mountain and valley folds. Oh wow, I think that's the easiest it's ever come together for me.
Oh, how exciting. June Woodhouse has said great and simple explanations. Susan Lamb just said, can I ask if the dog stamps are coming back in stock for the free club gift? The team have kindly answered, but if you're not on the comments today, that is coming back into stock sometime soon. I know I've had a couple of messages about that myself, and we can't wait. It's sold out in a day.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
So we are getting those back in, guys, if you're waiting for the stamps and die to go with your Puppy Love Club gift. If you haven't got that, oh my goodness, you need to get your club gift as well.
Okay, and just another little tip, if you are marking on the back, always do it in pencil, and then you can rub out the lines afterwards, unless you've got one of those super fancy erasable pens. So the reason I picked this cardstock is because I love that it's got the line that will kind of carry on to decorate the front of here. So the trick is being able to cut your mat and layer to fit this L shape. So we know this is 21 centimetres long. So I'm going to pop this onto my 21 centimetres here, which would make it fit exactly. I find that if you come down ½ centimetre, for me, that's like almost a perfect match for my 3 notches.
Yep.
So I can trim that down there. And we want to come to 14, because this is how tall it is. So we'll take this down to 13.5. And that should be the right height. So before we do any more, I'm just going to double check that by putting that on, I've got the right kind of border, top and bottom, and all the way along. So now it's just working out this section here.
The bit that you need to take away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're working from this side. So we know this panel here at the front is 3 centimetres. So if we come 2.5 up, that'll give me that same even kind of gap. So I'm going to mark here, and I'm going to mark here, and I'm just going to do myself a line across the bottom just so I can keep everything nice and straight.
Yeah, that's it.
And I'm going to flip again and make sure, so I know I want to come 14 centimetres across from the front this way, so it'll be 14 centimetres or 13.5 should we say, so I know I get that nice even border.
That's it. And your pencil lines as well, you're going to be sticking this onto your stepper anyway, so it's absolutely
so
fine.
You're not going to see them. So now I know that I just want to cut this section out here, which we know is so easy to do on our trimmer. So line that up with our guide. So we just take that down to where it meets that point there. Twizzle it around. And we should have a perfect mat and layer. Now don't get rid of this, because if I've done my markings right, this should also be exactly the right, oh no, it might just need a little slimming down, but you use this for your other mat and layers for these pieces here. So let's bob that on and see how close I've got, and I think we're just about right, aren't we?
Yeah, that looks great.
So again, if you are unsure or you're doing it for the first time, practice with a spare bit of card first.
Yeah,
just get yourself a bit of scrap, or a little bit of white card, or a bit of paper that you know you're not going to use again.
You can even use that as a template, can't you?
And then you
draw around.
Yeah,
100%. Such a great idea, Kat.
And I'll get that on, and we should be just about right. And now you just have that tiny little bit of the green showing through the, oh, do you know what I've done? I've got too carried away. I was meant to cut into my bird.
Oh, that's quite good. Oh, you're gonna,
I know, but it's not what, oh no. I'll make it work, don't worry.
Okay.
I want to lay my frame underneath my bird. Okay. I've got too carried away. And have I got a craft knife? There must be a craft knife. Here we go. So I'm just going to quickly cut round my little bird friend here, just so I can pop the frame in underneath. I'm hoping I'm not going to stick him down to the mat while I'm doing this. So I'm not going to go right up to the edge. I'm just going to come around him, leaving a couple of mil of a border. I got too confident with my mat and layer.
Yeah, easily done.
Yeah. And you don't need much because he's only going to poke through a little bit. It's just getting that frame under. Making sure he's cut properly around his beak there. So it's just enough to slide just a little bit of it under. Just make sure the bit's there. So you can take your frame out and then you can have a play around, see if you've got enough or you need to add a little bit more. So we'll take the top out, discard that middle frame for another project. And yeah, he's just going to sit absolutely beautifully tucked under there.
That's
you
so
see,
cute.
because I didn't want to just stick him over the top and hide him away. So absolutely wonderful.
I thought you just had gone a little bit cuckoo when that wasn't even a pun intended. I'm so sorry. That was awful. I thought when you pulled that up, I was like, what are you doing, Cat?
I know.
I was like, but I trust her. She's so good. She always pulls it out the bag.
She just jumps some steps ahead occasionally before she should. So we'll pop him on there. And then he's just peeking over the top. And promise, now we can go back on. I'll add a bit more glue.
Oh, William says, this is why we love glue. I do get that, I know. You would never be able to do that with tape.
So, let's try again. That on there. There's a few little stringy bits where that glue's pulled, but they are just coming off absolutely with a little pull. You see, I wasn't going crazy. It does make the difference.
It really does. It looks so good, Cat.
And then we can pop you on a foam pad.
It's worth doing it anyway, just so that you can sleep well tonight.
Yeah, for my own peace of mind. Right, let me think. It's a bit of a work in progress, this one, so I'm just, no, I can go with a foam pad.
I think so.
I want to add my dye in, you see, and I didn't, because it is a good size dye, but once you die cut it, it's quite, what's the word? There's not much surface area to stick down to like put foam pads and stuff behind. So I just wanted to make sure I didn't want to, this was too low down that I'd have to try and figure out how to do lots of layers of foam pads. But I think I've got plenty of room there. Then we're going to go back in with this piece. And like I said, I'm just going to take a little sliver off because it was just a little bit too thick, but I think right there, just another tiny little piece. So now we know we've got a 4-inch panel and a 7 centimetre panel. So again, we can just come to 3.5 centimetres. Use and then we'll use this fancy bit at the top for the 7. So we come to 6.5. And it just keeps all that detail in.
Oh, I love that, Cat. Yeah, it looks really smart, doesn't it?
And again, going with the glue because it just gives me that bit of wiggle room to get everything down. Pop that on there. And I'm going to keep this towards the bottom because that's where it would have been originally. You could turn it and have the detail at the top, but I think when it's all spread out it looks nice. It just brings that good. So let's go and take the sentiment from here, which is find beauty in the small things. I'm going to pop that onto that back panel.
Oh yeah, that looks so good there. It's the perfect size.
It is, absolutely sits that width perfectly. And then I'm going to take my die, because we need to show that off today because it's so, so beautiful. And this is beautiful that it will go through your tiny little machines.
Oh yeah, it certainly does. Such a lifesaver, that mini, isn't it?
It is. So I've cut it once out of gold, and then I'm just going to cut myself a strip again out of the Matching Adorable Scoreable. I'll run it through on here, and we can get that lovely drop shadow effect. Take it all the way through once and then bring it back. And hopefully it has cut perfectly for me. Just tease it out of the cardstock. And we'll go and take all these pieces out. You can see they just need a tiny little bit of encouragement.
Yeah,
and cut beautifully. I'm just trying to be a little bit gentle because there are some really thin points on this one here. Some tiny little ones. More than I thought. So let's get rid of our mess. I think we're just about there. So I'm going to turn this over because it's scrap anyway. I'm going to put this onto the back. A little bit of craft glue or glue. Do you know what? I'll do my glue stick. We're just going to dab this all over. You've just got to be careful because there are really fine points where these are hanging on, that you just take your time when you're sticking it down to the surface, that you get it to sit in the position that you want it to.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you have the luxury of time at home. I feel like I have to rush a bit today, but we'll get as near as I can.
Do not worry, Kat, it's absolutely fine.
So I'm just going to place this slightly to the left, just so we get that little bit of hint of gold coming through the back. Just take your time to ease it round, press it down. I can see a couple of little bits that are still stuck in there that are going to drive me insane. So I'm going to pop it out, she says. But you just then get that tiny little shine behind that just ties everything in together so well.
Oh, that looks so good.
And we can just pop this down in this bottom corner. Again, in real life, I would use my craft glue for this, but just in the interest of time today.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go in with this, and again, make sure your other layer is fully stuck down before you go in. Just give it a couple of minutes to dry because it might pull it away.
Oh, I love that. With love and best wishes. You're going to get this die included with your magazine.
So it just fills in that bottom corner, and eventually we have a stepper card.
Oh, Kat, it's beautiful.
It is.
Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for showing us how to make that. And there's so many comments that say what a wonderful explanation you have given us on how to make stepper cards. Thank you so much, Kat. I've loved all of your demonstrations today. Okay, let's end the show, shall we? Okay, TV schedule. Natalie will be at Hobby Maker tomorrow. She is launching some fantastic dynamite deals. We just had to join in the fun with Hobby Maker. So that is coming up tomorrow, this Thursday at 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. So do not miss those. Next up on Hunkydory TV, I am back tomorrow with Anne-Marie for the launch of our incredible 3 new little books. So exciting. So do not forget to join us tomorrow. Have a lovely rest of your day and we shall see you very soon.